Hi, welcome to Algebra 2. I am Christine Smoglik and I am your child's teacher. So I've been here at Clearwater High for the past 5 years. I absolutely love it. I love the kiddos here. I love the administration. I think we're giving our kids a really great education. Myself, I have 2 children. I can't call them children anymore. Technically, they are adults. My daughter is wrapping up her bachelor's degree at UCF for technical writing, and my son is wrapping up his Associate of Arts degree at SPC. So because I have these kids that are now older, they're in college, I've gone through those high school years, I feel as though I really take what I've learned from raising my kids and I put that into my classroom. I'm understanding a bit more now that my kids are older, what it takes to get them ready for college and ready for life after college. So I put a lot of that into what I do with these kiddos here at school. So let's take a quick tour of what we do in Algebra 2. So Algebra 2 is a college prep course, and it's typically required for entrance to a university. In my classroom, I heavily believe in teamwork. So I have the kids in groups of 3 to 4. They typically, this will be how it will run all year long. That way they have their classmates to help them. They can bounce ideas off of each other. They can help, one student can help another, maybe get back on track if they're not understanding something. They can discuss the concepts. I have found that teamwork, that collaborative work with the kids is crucial, and they also need that social element in order to be successful. Our learning process. So here's a general kind of day-to-day of what we do in the classroom. We'll usually try to start with some bell work that'll help refresh their memory on a lesson that we learned yesterday, help us transition into the next lesson. We'll do a lesson, they'll take notes, I give them some try-its. Those are the problems that they can try on their own or in their groups to see if they understand the concept that we just learned. And then I'll assign some homework. Now, I am not a big believer in a ton of homework problems. I understand these kids have 6 other classes, they have extracurricular activities, they have jobs, they have family responsibilities, they have social life. So I don't want to really drown them in a lot of work. I also give them, every student gets extended time on homework. What I do is whatever lesson we finish in 1 week, it's going to be due the following Wednesday. This is kind of helping them prepare a little bit more for life after high school, that they have that flexibility. They have to learn that time management. And right now at this stage of the game, they are currently learning that we shouldn't wait till Tuesday night to do a week's worth of homework to turn it in on Wednesday, but they will start as the year progresses. They will a little bit better with their time management skills. They can also, doing it this way, they've got more time to engage in the math and then come and ask for help if they need it. I've also found, myself included, that I didn't always pick up the math until maybe a few days after the lesson, or maybe even a few chapters into the unit, and then things started to click in. So I'm not a big believer that they should be coming in here. I teach it to them and automatically, boom, they're good to go. They can tackle that homework and they're going to come out perfect. It's just not a perfect world. Doesn't really always work like that. So I'd like them to start the homework, have a little bit of that productive struggle, and then if it's too much of a struggle, they've got time to come and get some help. I encourage kiddos to ask questions. Always, if they don't understand something in class, all they got to do is just say, hey, could you please clarify? I'm more than happy to go back. I'll try to reword things as many different ways as I can, try different techniques, different approaches, whatever needs to be done, asking questions. Excuse me. I feel benefits not just that student who's asking the question, but all students, because it might force something to be reworded in a way that everyone else can understand. We'll do quizzes maybe every 2 or 3 chapters, time permitting. Algebra 2 is a very fast-paced course. I will typically quiz them on little concepts that are going to be crucial as we progress throughout the year. They will also typically get a chance to retake that quiz and try for a higher score. And again, the quizzes aren't meant to put them on the spot. It's meant to, so that I can see where they're at, and they can also see where they're at. You know, do they know this? Do they need to study this some more? And that also kind of cues up what kind of review I need to give them before they do take that test. So tests, we typically have 2 tests per report period, 2 units per report period, 2 tests. Report period 3, I believe, is the only report period where we will have 3 units to cover in 3 tests. And guidelines to success. So this is what I've conveyed to the students that they need to do in order to be successful in this classroom. So participation in class, of course, is key, to be actively participating, not just kind of sitting there taking notes, to really be engaged in the material. Keeping the phone strictly to classroom activities. We do use that technology quite often in Algebra 2, especially using the Desmos graphing utility. However, I also want them to understand that if they're going to be texting, Facebook, whatever else they're doing, the YouTube videos, I mean, even in a little, 10 seconds of downtime when they're going back and forth, they're distracted, and then they're not on track. So it's really important for them to be focused on what we are doing. Turning in the classwork and the homework, and again, they have that extended time. However, I'm also seeing it already where kids are doing the homework and then they forget it at home. So I tell them to, not to just hold on to it until it's due. They can turn it into the inbox. As soon as it is done, I will take it early as well. Attend class daily, again, that goes along with participation. Once they miss a day or two, it's a little bit more challenging to get caught up. Being prepared for class, they just need a pen, really some sort of pencil, pen, some paper. If they don't have paper, pencils, I do have supplies in the classroom that they can use, and they need to have their Pearson Algebra 2 workbook with them in class. Preparing for tests and quizzes, of course, I will allow them at times to do open note. Sometimes I'll let them do a little cheat sheet, but not to rely on that. They should know the material in order to get the test done in time. And again, asking for help if you don't understand something, please ask to have it clarified. And communication. And again, if the student is in some extraordinary circumstance where these guidelines to success, maybe they can't follow them all the way, maybe homework is going to have to be a little bit late, if they have something going on at home, something else is going on, I just ask them to communicate with me, and I will always work with the kids. And I do email parents every few weeks with a progress report, so please make sure that your email address is in focus. If you didn't fill out that work in the beginning, or the paperwork that came home at the first day of school, please contact the school or stop by the school and make sure that your contact information is up to date. And if you would like to meet with me, we can have a phone conference. We could do a parent-teacher conference. If you want to do a video conference, I can also arrange that as well. Just please email me at my email address and I will get back to you ASAP and we can meet. So before I take this any further, let me bring you in real quick into Canvas and let me show you around a little bit. And let's see here. Okay, here we are in Canvas. Let me go into student view. Okay, so once they get into Canvas, this is where all their course material, all their assignments can be found. If you look here, week at a glance, this is our upcoming week and what we have going on here. We've got a lovely game that we're going to do on Friday. My Algebra 2 kids have always loved this game, so we're going to be doing that for topic 1 review. Their test is going to be next Wednesday. Tuesday will be more of a review day as well. And if they go into modules, this is where all the meat of the course is. So here's where we are at. We just wrapped this up. We actually finished the last try it today, but we wrapped up the lesson on Friday. I try to date the modules so that they can see, you know, in case they were absent, what they missed out on. I always have a PDF of the textbook in Canvas. Here's a copy of our notes. If they open that up, the notes will be there. I also have video reviews. So last year, you know, being shut down with COVID, I had a lot of online classes. So what I did is I did videos of the courses, of the lessons that we did. So again, if your child has missed class, they've been absent, they can always actually see the lessons. They can get the notes, they could copy down the notes, or they could also watch the lesson being worked out and get that verbal along with doing the notes. That is there for them. And homework assignment. Homework is always found in here. I always request, as long as it can be done, that they have to show work to receive credit. And I also will always give them the answer key to the problems. Now, the expectation, of course, is that they don't just copy down the answer key, that they are actually using it to check their work. And if they can't arrive at the correct answer, to please come see me so that I can help them out. So thank you so much for stopping by. And again, if you ever want to meet with me or talk to me, please do not ever hesitate to contact me. I'll be more than happy to arrange some time to speak with you. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful evening.